Some of you may or may not know that I live in a double-decker bus, and I've spent a few years converting it. It's a big book swap, and I take it from event to event. Some of you have seen me at events, and I welcome people on board for free literacy and also mental health and well-being support. So this morning I want to talk to you about the power of your mind and the concept that there is only abundance and your limitations that you set. So with the right mindset, with the right tools, we can achieve anything that we put our minds to. So my story began with the bus not long after lockdown. It was probably 2021, and Sedge, who has been my partner in the arranging of this Beat the Odds event, offered me some free coaching, and the coaching was around manifestation and mindset work. Now, I'd always been a really positive person, so I was kind of curious, maybe even a little bit skeptical about how much this coaching could even change the trajectory of my life. You know, how much more positive could I possibly be? So I began this coaching, and it was all about making sure that you look at those unconscious biases, those beliefs that have been programmed into you right from when you were a small child and have since set the expectations and set the boundaries for your reality. Now, the coaching ended, and I got back into work, and things just started picking up again following like the really difficult time that was lockdown. And I was in not a particularly good place. I was in quite a toxic relationship, and that's when I felt really, really stuck in a rut. What am I going to do with my life? And I suddenly had this thought of, I'm going to buy my double-decker bus. I'm going to get a double-decker bus, and I'm going to convert it into a place to live, because why not? That's what I want to do. Who's going to stop me? Why shouldn't I go for it? And my mind went back to this mindset coaching that I'd had from Sedge, and I thought, I'm going to manifest a bus. I'm going to put every technique that she taught me into practice, and let's see if it works. Let's see if I can manifest this bus. So at the end of 2022 was when I had the thought. I didn't tell anybody about it. I just had set that intention. Now at the start of 2023, I shared a house with my brother, and he came to me and said, I want to sell the house. And he thought I'd be really, upset, worried, where am I going to live? He wanted to move in with his then girlfriend, who is now wife. And instead, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, suddenly the doors have opened where I could buy this double-decker bus, because we're going to be selling the house. We're both going to be releasing some equity that we've built up from this house sale. And that was like that first step. Now, a lot of things around manifestation, it's to do with not setting those limitations on yourself. So usually when you have a big dream and a big goal, you say, I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to buy a double-decker bus. There's a little voice in your mind that's then saying, yeah, but how are you going to do that though? That's unrealistic. You've not got the money, you've not got the tools, you've not got the skills. And it's those things that are setting the limitations to your reality. So suddenly I was aware of those thoughts, and I wasn't paying attention to them. I was counteracting them with affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you kind of tell yourself, and it reprograms your subconscious. So at the start of 2023, suddenly the option to buy this bus has arisen. And so began this very, very magical journey of alignment and things falling into place, and me very much feeling like the universe was supporting that journey. And that's where this book comes into play, because it talks you through moons, magic and manifestation, all the rituals that I use, the approaches, and it's very much taking mindset, taking spirituality and taking real life and bringing it all together. Like, how can we actually apply these practices into our real life? Now, Sedge, I actually run a podcast called A Different Podcast Official. My podcast partner is busy promoting us in the far corner right at the front of the room. And we had Sedge on our podcast, and we spoke about manifesting and manifesting a Rolls Royce, which is Steph's mission. And my kind of like joke alongside of that was manifesting a pink Porsche. And since then, I was meant to bring it today, but I am ADHD, and I got here and then remembered the one thing I was supposed to bring today was my little pink Porsche model that somebody bought me as a complete surprise out of the blue. So essentially I did manifest my pink Porsche as well as my double-decker bus. So really my message to you is to always remember that abundance is there. The limitations are what we set. Our brain actually works to meet the expectations that we put into play. So if we come into the room today and expect it to be negative and expect it to go wrong, your brain has access to all these chemicals and it will do everything in its power to match your expectations. That's why the placebo effect is a real thing. So let this be your reminder that you can manifest anything you like when you've got access to the right tools, to the right community, to the right support around you. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. The whole process of like reprogramming who you are, who you've been taught to be by family, culture, the school system, society, all of those things, it is hard work, but life is hard work. And it's not easy living a life that you didn't consciously choose. That is hard work as well. So I am here to say, choose your hard. It's all hard, whether you're following your dreams, whether you're working your butt off to help somebody else reach their dreams, because that's the thing. If you don't make those conscious decisions yourself, you will become a player in somebody else's game. So that's what I would like you to take away from that. And that is the message I'm going to leave you with today, to make sure that you're taking advantage of all the wonderful stalls that are on offer, all the services that we can provide in Leicestershire. You know, go around, find out what they do, what they can do to help you, and let's allow this momentum to continue. We're building something absolutely beautiful here, everybody coming together in the name of health and mental health and making something really positive for the city. If you have got any questions about the bus conversion, the bus should be here today, but she had engine problems. And as this book explains, I'm very, very much, I trust the universe. So I actually, I was disappointed, but instead of it letting me completely derail all of the effort that we've made for this thing to go ahead today, I just took it as a message that perhaps it wasn't meant to be. And actually yesterday, if I'd have had to have had the bus out the back and be contending with all of that and everything that was going on in here, I don't think I would have been able to apply myself and be present and enjoy it the way that I did. So again, having that faith that the universe is supporting you rather than working against you can help with your mental health and your mindset as well. So this book is available on Amazon, little sales plug there. All of the proceeds go towards the running of Bus Different, which goes to festivals and events and provides just like a positive community connection point for people. And I'd just like to say thank you all for being here. And I'm going to hand you over to, we've got Soft Touch Arts now that are going to be doing an hour's takeover. They're going to be showcasing some of the performances and entertainment that they've been working on. And it's all young people led, so we're so, so proud to be hosting them and giving them the opportunity to put into practice the things that, you know, they work really hard to provide for the young people of Leicester. So a big round of applause for Soft Touch, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got. Thanks guys, enjoy the day. Like that. Thanks.
Some absolutely brilliant words from Lindsay right there. Can we have a round of applause?